Good evening, folks. This is now going to be episode 8 with new content. I will be Ghostblade.
I'm Weekly's Death.
And I'm Lionel.
Yes, Mr. Weekly's Deck is back with us. It has been 3 weeks.
Yeah, we didn't do the original episode 8. Took a break for the holidays and
spend time with family and friends.
yeah, and then the week after I was MIA for a while.
Yeah.
But I will say due to the medical emergency that was announced, I am fine. Everything's good and I am back.
Glad to have you back, boy. It was starting to feel weird, just the two of us. You see, it's like you're the anchor right here, like literally, just this big anchor here.
Yeah, I did catch last week's show, and it did feel strange. I was like, oh my god, I wanted to talk. You know, it sounds like I'm not there. Like, this is depressing. I'm not there. But I was watching the show. Don't you guys worry. I did not leave y'all left out.
Good.
Yeah, and surprisingly, we actually got some new animes.
Yeah,
which is good.
2 weeks worth. Basically 2 episodes for some of them.
Yeah, next week we'll actually get caught up on everything.
It's just stockpiling. It just kind of screwed us a little bit.
I mean, not just stockpilers. I mean, we've lost like 60% of the ones we've already been watching.
That is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I honestly think we're just regaining what we've lost.
And a lot of the animes are not really in the same days. Like, some of them are kind of spread out. Like, Attack on Titan's like on Monday, right?
Yeah.
And some shows come out Friday or
Sunday.
Saturday. Yes, Sunday.
Yeah, and like we realized that that a lot of anime that we wanted to watch is only on Funimation, and it's not just on VRV, which is Crunchyroll and a whole bunch of other stuff.
Mm-hmm. Or
so,
Hulu and Netflix. It's just...
Which is weird because Hulu has a contract with Funimation. So because The Day I Became a God was on the day it was supposed to premiere, it was weird that nothing else premiered on Hulu like that did.
Well, because I'm pretty sure even if it's a deal, I'm pretty sure they're not gonna give them every show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably. But
just like VRV doesn't really have every access to all the anime.
Yeah, but we have both now, so we can actually start keeping up with everything and not have to rely on Netflix and Hulu and all that. So
it's just mostly they're spread out pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. Well, okay. Well, how are we starting? Like, where are we starting?
So we finally got a new TV show, which was Marvel's WandaVision. WandaVision, sorry.
Yeah, boy.
It's been a long day. Or we could just go straight to anime and then save Marvel for last.
Nah, we got...
Because
it was only 2 episodes for Marvel.
I mean...
We can just go straight to
It was 2
that.
episodes.
Yeah, we can just go straight to that. I mean, because to be honest, nothing really happened. I mean, I'm not going to say nothing happened much, but like...
It was just a lot of Easter eggs.
They just were like normal...
Oh my god, the Easter eggs.
Yeah, I didn't watch this show with the two of you, but I did watch it with a buddy of mine who's heavily into Fantastic Four. And he reads every comic book there is about Marvel. And when I was watching it with him, he was just getting excited. He was pointing out Easter eggs and stuff. Like, we saw Hydra in there. We saw...
That one was an obvious one, though.
Yeah, we saw on... I don't remember her name. There was one woman, part of the magic trick, that she had Doctor Strange's portal as a brooch on her.
Yeah, I did notice that. It took me a second, but I did notice that afterwards.
Yeah, and they were talking about where they are, and from what I was told is that it's a possibility that it involves mutants, not the X-Men, but a different version of the mutants for the next arc of the Avengers.
Yeah, it might be going into like the whole new mutant thing.
Yeah.
But what you were mentioning Easter eggs, did you notice the pulse sound from Iron Man?
The pulse sound.
When he
charges up his pulse.
Oh, no.
So the toaster, when they put in the toast and they put it down, it actually makes the pulse sound.
Oh, I did not notice that.
Because I noticed it, and I asked Brian or Ghost if he noticed it, and he was like, no. So I rewinded, and then
it was like a
he heard
quick,
it.
like it was like a quick nod. Like you need to have been listening to it, like real carefully.
I think the only thing me and my friend was trying to figure out when we were watching was the obvious lady arm with the clipboard when she was seeing the screen with Wanda and Vision.
Yeah.
We came underneath the theory that was the organization AIM, not Hydra, just because of where it sits at in the timeline.
Yeah.
The African American lady?
No. You remember the scenes?
Oh, at the very end.
Yeah, where like it was showing Wanda and Vision where they are with the screen, and you just saw like a very feminine arm.
Yeah, but I don't think it's AIM. They already showcased like when she closes that notebook, it shows that sword symbol.
Yeah,
and then we looked it up. It's a organization called Sword, which is kind of like the opposite of Shield.
Yeah, so Shield was mostly about defending what was going on in Earth or on Earth. What Sword is, it's more outer space stuff to protect Earth from outside world kind of stuff. So when I looked up the symbol and I showed him, it's actually saying that it's Sword, and then the logos actually match up very well too, from what they use in the comics and stuff.
And then I started thinking, it's like whoever keeps calling towards Wanda is this lady in Sword, trying to get an answer of like it. She kept saying, "It's like who's doing this to you?" Right? Is that what she kept?
Yeah.
She kept like screaming like who is doing this to you? And then with Wanda in that particular time, like rewinding all that sequence, it got us like. It got us thinking. It's like, okay, so is Wanda aware of what's happening, and she just doesn't want to get back to reality?
Yeah, because everything was basically taken away from her.
Or is someone actually controlling her?
Yeah, and then I don't know if a lot of people noticed this, but because they were doing black and white, I kind of noticed it was kind of going back to like some of the old style of TV shows.
Well, that's what it was comparing it to. It was comparing itself to I Dream Genie, I Love Lucy, and all this other type of.
I feel so young because I did not know, had a clue about that old reference.
Yeah, well, like the opening was really back to I Dream of a Genie.
Well, it's just the fact I don't even know any of the all of that old
They're
stuff.
not really well known nowadays. They're just really old shows like the Brady Bunch that they're just memed on with today's shows.
Yeah. Well, like I Love Lucy, I grew up with it with my mom's. It was actually pretty good for what it was. But at the same time, being young, you really don't understand a lot of the stuff that's going on in it.
Yeah.
Besides it just being a husband and a wife kind of going through like their own kind of thing.
Yeah. I did notice they went up in the times, but the only reason why we were thinking that they were starting out in the 50s style is because that's what Wanda and her brother basically saw when they were growing up. Like, because they had to have some form of entertainment, and there was no way they were going to see like modern media stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. But if no one's started this, I would definitely recommend it.
Yeah. I think the next episode they're supposed to be in the 70s.
Yeah.
Because they did do the 50s and the 60s.
Oh, yeah, so it looks like they keep going.
So they're going up in timeline?
Yeah. You didn't notice that in the second episode?
All I noticed is that from the two episodes that they switched house.
Yeah, because they're moving up.
And then they went to color, towards the end of the second episode.
Yeah, because that's how shows were back then. In the 50s and the 60s, it was mostly black and white with that type of comedy. And now it's in the 70s, basically, with, like, color. So they're moving up timelines, basically.
Yeah, that would make sense. One of my friends, and you know this friend because we were talking about this, pointed out that this show could start to have a connection to the third Spider-Man movie that's coming up here.
Yeah.
Because if it starts to deal with the multiverse theory, which is what it's starting to look like for Spider-Man 3, and if Doctor Strange is involved, then yes, we could start seeing a connection between them.
A buddy of mine that the one I was watching the show with, he doesn't believe that's the case for this show. Like he
it may not be
real.
It may not be the case. It could be a whole different thing. But I mean, we just gotta.
But
watch,
we don't know.
We just gotta watch the whole thing and.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I want to watch this, because I want to see the Spider-Man movie.
Everyone wants to watch Spider-Man.
Yeah, because that sounds like a good idea, and I hope to God it's connected, because I don't want to waste my time, because this show does not. I would say it's a one-time watch. I wouldn't say I would watch it again, honestly. So far, we're just the 2 episodes we have.
Yeah. We'll just have to kind of wait and see what happens. Because it basically ends with her being pregnant, and then someone kind of comes in, and then she just says no, and then rewinds time.
Yeah,
So,
that person's actually called the Beekeeper.
okay.
That would explain that Stewart one with like the bee suit and the bees.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So is that like a villain, or
Is
that like what's the name in the like IMDb?
I don't know. I meant to look up the actor, because they messed up in the credits, and they have the actor for the Beekeeper inside the credits, and I forgot to look him up, but because like all we saw was like a very dark version of his face.
Yeah. I don't know. I would say it's a definitely must watch if you're a fan of Marvel. So far.
So far, yeah.
So far, yeah.
Well, we'll see how the rest of it goes, because I think I'm more waiting on Falcon and Winter Soldier than anything
Yeah.
on that one.
But if you're a DC fan, boy, I got news for you. You know the news.
What news?
Ruby is with...
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, the comic. Yeah, so there's going to be a crossover of Ruby and DC comics. Now, I don't tend to read too many DC comics, but I think I'm definitely going to be reading this one. Well, I'm going to put it with my subs, and I'll pick it up monthly until it's fully done, and I'll read all 5 or 6.
From what I've saw, judging based on the cover, one thing I did notice is I think this is when Beacon's still a thing, because if you look, you can see Yang still has a right arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were all in like they're all academy outfits.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it would definitely be interesting to see what happens.
Honestly, besides that crossover, the only thing I've learned is that the guy who plays Cyborg in Justice League, he got fired.
For what?
I didn't really read too much into details, but that's all I've heard so far in terms of the DCU. DCEU
for DC Universe.
Yeah. And then something about my uncle posted about this. It's like something about getting like a new Batman for a new Batman. I don't know. There seems to be a lot of Batman actors going around.
Yeah, we give them out like candy.
Almost seems like every superhero, though, besides a few.
Besides a few. If they are loved, they will stay.
Yeah.
Unless they get old as fuck.
Yeah. We're not going to talk about that one.
Yeah. So that's it for the show, or?
Yeah, really the only thing movie news-wise so far is they finally showed pictures of Mortal Kombat. So we finally got to see some scenes of the from the movie.
I'm excited for that.
I can't wait.
I enjoyed what more Kombat movie? It's not one that was labeled the second worst, but it's the one that was in the 90s. Oh crap.
What do you mean?
It's the only Mortal Kombat that's on Netflix that you can watch. The live action.
Yeah, the very first movie.
Yeah, the very first one. Yeah.
Yeah, the 1995 film.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about the second one when it comes to this. It was so bad. Yeah. So, anything else?
Ghost?
Nope.
All right, so I guess we're gonna hop straight into anime now.
Yeah, finally we got some new anime that we promised last year.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was last year.
Yeah.
Well, that title fixed itself. That's pretty stupid. It's not anything new, but whatever. I guess we can start with Boruto.
So we're gonna start off on a strong one. God, what was the last one? Oh shit.
This one was called The Vessel.
That's right. Yeah, I spent all day catching up on anime that I missed out on. So I got like huge, mass amount of information. I'm trying to remember which episode's which, but yeah, The Vessel. It didn't really feel like it revolved around. It was like, oh hey, it's a thing, because it focused more on Konohamaru's friend, of like how he tried to assassinate the third Hokage.
Well, that was the one before that. The Vessel was actually like everyone trying to find the vessel because the airship went down. So you had Konohamaru, his friend, you had the organization looking for it, and then we also got to see Boruto and Naruto spar.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and he tried out his new hand.
Prosthetic arm, yeah.
I'm very confused on that, to tell you guys the truth on it, because to my knowledge, I couldn't have swear I saw a video that Naruto got a real hand back after fighting Sasuke because he thought his chakra was being infused with someone.
That when after he lost that arm after the battle, is Lady Tsunade just made him a prosthetic arm, or kind of like a fake arm made of the first Hokage cells.
Okay.
So it wasn't really never like a real arm.
I thought it was a real arm all this time, honestly.
No. It was more like a replica of an arm, but not really like fully functioning arm. But it wasn't fully real. Like, then what he just showcased, one of the reasons he sparred with Boruto was to showcase the new prosthetic arm as a scientific ninja tool, which apparently is able to absorb ninjutsu.
Yeah. And Boruto was like, you're cheated because of everything that happened in the tuning exam. Which was kind of funny to go back to.
But the whole point was not that he cheated. It's just that he wanted to show him that the tools, he wanted to show Boruto that the tools they're not just seen as a bad thing to use. They can all still be used for a good purpose.
Yeah.
I'm honestly more confused. When did Boruto start using water style?
Yeah, I was more confused on that than anything.
That was literally the first time he ever showed that. And I'm like,
well, then even
his friend, even Sarada and Mitsuki are like, what? He's doing water style.
Yeah, because we never seen him use water style. We've only seen wind and lightning. And then, like, Naruto knows how to use earth style, and we've never seen that out of him either. So, yeah, it's like, what the hell?
Well, didn't Boruto train with Kakashi for the Rasengan?
Well, yeah, but that was just for the Rasengan.
Yeah, that wasn't.
There was no other jutsus that was being learned.
But he couldn't have taught him more.
No, he did. He never taught him anything else. He wasn't even teaching him. He was just supervising him. So he was learning on his own, and he was just giving him hints.
Yeah,
but he wasn't really like teaching him.
Wow, that's lazy as fuck.
He's a retired. He's a retired man. What do you think? He don't want much on his plate. He just wants to read books and just lay and be lazy.
His dirty books.
Yeah, and that's okay. That's just life. But
well, he has no wife. That's close he's ever gonna get.
Jesus, man.
You say I'm dark.
Wait. And Victor died. If you remember Victor.
Yeah.
They killed off Victor, the old guy.
Yeah, they killed off the old dude.
Yeah, that's right.
Fucking finally.
Yeah, he was getting annoying. He was
getting cocky as fuck.
Well, that too. He really was, but it was just one of those deals where it's just like, dude.
I like how they communicate, how they're using genjutsu to like portray their surroundings. like
Yeah.
like it's a hologram, but it's just a genjutsu. I like how they communicate like that. It's so futuristic, even though it's not.
Which makes it even better.
Magic, ninja magic.
Ninja magic.
I mean, it's basically what it is. It's ninja magic.
Banish.
Sometimes ninja nonsense. Which it really turns out like that sometimes.
Yeah.
What I don't understand about Victor is he saw the airship go down and he couldn't just like gone after it and did what he wanted to do with the vessel. But
Yeah, because he probably would have been, if he started going after, he probably would have been seen more guilty than he already was.
yeah, but he was like, how could it be anyone else? He was the one who made the airship. He knows more about it, and he literally went to the base like bitching up a storm.
Well, being the person that already made it, it's like you're already being put on the spot
Yeah,
because it's like it's your airship. You say there's no flaws, but there was this flaw.
yeah,
So he was already almost on the spot because of that. And then that's probably not including him like being really nervous in the process. Because the entire time he was just like nervous and overdoing it altogether. So
yeah. Boruto did go through a new intro. I don't know. I know you guys skipped through it, but
No, we saw it.
yeah,
usually every time we see a new one, we always watch it.
yeah,
So this one was actually pretty cool, especially we're kind of getting to see a little bit more of what this arc's going to actually be.
yeah.
So
Freaking spoilers is what it is.
Well, I mean, that's most intros, but
yeah, he actually got in an argument about it because it's like most intros I usually see, it's like I see this really cool fight and then we never get to see it.
Yeah,
I don't know, but sometimes when it comes to Naruto, it usually always happens, or actually does happen.
Yeah, they just don't use that particular view.
But
They always change the view.
but with Naruto, it's so hard to keep track of it. From what I know, the amount I've been watching, and trying to catch up on, it seems like it goes through a new intro every fucking 10 episodes.
Almost. Sometimes it's like 15 to 20.
Yeah,
It just really depends on how the story progresses.
it's like, all right, a couple months went by, change it.
Yeah. Okay. I guess we talk about one of the new ones.
There's a couple of them.
Yeah, these three right here.
I mean, I was honestly more looking forward to the skateboarding show. It's different.
So there's a new anime that started this winter called Skate the Infinity. SK8 the Infinity. Just because it's not like actual skateboard.
What do you mean it's not an actual skateboard?
You think with the title called Skate, it would actually be like skate.
But it is called skate. It's
But
just
they-
not the TE on the end.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Even when you look at the actual, like, it has the infinity on the 8 symbol, like showcasing the skateboarding, basically.
Yeah. So the two episodes that came out last week and this week was
We could
Snowfall.
Not watch the second
We
one.
couldn't watch episode 2.
I still put down the title and I read the basically the thing about what the episode was basically about.
Yeah, we're going to have to probably talk about episode 2 next week along with 3. We just had a problem with subtitling. It was delayed.
I looked
Yeah.
it up. It was some things deal with Funimation, like their subtitles, and who knows what other problems they have.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. This anime is only on Funimation for right now. I'm pretty sure it'll go to other platforms, but as of today, it's only on Funimation.
Yeah. Well, so if we're just going to talk about the first episode, it's basically called Snowfall on a Hot Night.
I'm disappointed in the one of the characters,
Which one?
Already?
the Canadian.
Oh, because
Why?
what? He didn't say poser? Is that it?
It's Hoser.
Okay,
Thank you.
hoser. Okay, yeah.
I don't care if you speak
because
Japanese.
I know Canadian slang. Okay,
Listen here, eh?
you shut the fuck up.
How's the boot? You go fuck yourself, please and thank you. You hoser.
All right, children.
Let's go play a friendly game of hockey and beat the shit out of each other.
I don't think they're gonna go that far.
I mean, I know he's going to speak in Japanese because he moved from Canada to Japan, but like, I want to see one hoser. I don't care when. I just want to see it one time in an episode.
I don't know. He doesn't even look like the kind of character that would even know that word.
Like whenever he was talking shit about him fucking duct taping his feet to the skateboard, I wanted him to say, "Look here, hoser. This is the correct way on snowboarding."
But that was the thing. He never even went back to snowboarding until he actually started skateboarding.
Yeah.
And then we get that transition, and it's just like, okay, we get it.
Yeah. You're a badass in your country. Ooh.
And then you mentioned the bike from Cherry Blossom, kind of having a Tron-looking bike.
It was black and fucking neon purple. And then Cherry is also a ninja whenever he turns into a skateboard.
Yeah. It's pretty
I mean, if it's anything like Long Shadow, freaking name, it's their freaking identity as skateboarders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The losing penalty is kind of harsh for the matches.
It wasn't just that he burned his skateboard. Like he explained that when they were at the restaurant, is that you gamble anything.
Yeah.
So
And
it's not just
board.
skateboards. It's like you play with risks. So whatever you want to gamble on, that's what you're risking for.
Yeah.
And it looks like it can be anything because he said like food, money, women.
Yeah. And
anything goes.
And if you haven't basically guessed on this yet, the anime is about skateboarding, but like in, I guess, kind of like almost a
race.
Yeah, just like a really deathly race that's very like hush
I
hush.
swear to God, that you were about to say like Death Race, weren't you?
It almost came out.
Yeah, you
I
were.
wasn't
You were
trying to, but
literally.
it almost
You were
came
about
out.
to say something like Death Race.
I wasn't trying to say death race, but it almost came out. So,
Boy, don't make it about death race. So far, just on the first episode and somewhat what we saw with the second episode, I enjoy it.
it's definitely different. It's not something that we've seen.
I would say it's like Food Wars different. It's wacky fun. That's overly serious about something so small.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if skateboarding would be considered small.
No, I'm not saying it's small, but like it's just it's one race and it looks like it's the same track every time, but like they make it like such a hardcore thing.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
I can't. Okay.
I don't yawn on, and then you're over here yawning. And it's like,
Boy, you
damn.
started this before we freaking started anyway.
Y'all get more sleep than I do. You guys didn't have to do anything today. I had to go to work.
I don't
What
want to
kind
hear
of
you.
shit is this?
I don't want to hear your excuses, man. Go on with the next one.
Don't hate me because I'm beautiful.
Real quick, I'm actually gonna hurry up and finish Jitsu Kisu Canes. It was the one I was watching by myself.
Oh yeah.
So basically with this one, the main antagonist, we finally kind of get to see a little bit more and actually learn about him.
Do you want like a board here that you have to look at me? I don't know what to tell you.
You're going back, and I just fought the urge to do it. I was like, "Don't you?"
I don't
do
want to
it.
freaking yawn at the freaking mic. My God, I don't know what to tell you. I'm just really tired for some reason.
Be awake.
Yeah, so basically the protagonist and like a teacher that was teaching him.
Oh yeah, Mr. Beautiful.
No, the other one with the glasses. I forgot his name.
Oh, I don't remember him. All I remember is that there was a man that killed someone with just his beauty.
I still can't get over that episode. To be honest, I still can't get over that episode. But basically, when we actually get to see what the actual plan was, the protagonist actually finally was like, you know what? I know finally now that eventually I'm going to actually have to kill. So he finally got over that whole thing. And him and the guy that was teaching him just went completely ham. You would actually have to watch. I would have to show you the last fight scene, but it was basically on point to the point where he did one move, dodge, he got hit, and then both of them just started tag teaming to the point where he couldn't recover at all. It was just really good. But the guy that they fought, he was like really twisted because he turned people into like clay minions. But they were still like considered human.
I remember I told you I was going to watch this, and then I didn't. I ran across like another anime you and me were talking about watching, and I just binge watched that all the way through.
Yeah, so that was really it on that one because that's all I really had left from the last time we talked. And the way it actually looks for season 2, because they showed like a small glimpse at the end, he's actually going to meet back up with his friends in his group with the first sensei that was teaching him. And it looks like we're actually going to get to see more students, maybe like at a different level. So it looks like season 2 is going to be a little bit more of like a competition kind of thing.
Good.
From the way the scene looked. And then Yumi watched Misfits of Demon Academy.
Yep.
It was so good.
We practically binge watched the whole thing. I did. I binge watched it all in one sitting. You decided to say
half of it.
I'm a little bitch.
Well, no, so I binge watched half of it, and then I watched the other half at work on my lunches. And then because we had there was some points where we had no cars, I was actually watching it at work also. I was just sitting in the corner in the bay and just watching it because I had nothing going on. So I don't know. That one, in my opinion, was really good.
It was honestly another episode of a overpowered character, but it was done pretty well.
Yeah, but it was like he was overpowered, but it wasn't like I'm God basically overpowered.
He was just a dick.
Basically, but it was cool the way they did it. And then what did you think about the ending? Where it was like
it wasn't the hero. The hero ended up being a pure blood demon.
Yeah, he ended up being a pure blood demon instead of a hero again. And then he was the one that was actually acting as the demon lord.
Yeah.
Instead of actually being who it was. Or who it should have been.
Mm-hmm.
But then we think he's dead, but
I think,
of course, some kind of magic. It's like, oh, nope.
There was a few things I was disappointed about, like the two girls, Misha and I don't remember the blonde girl name. I should know this. That they did their powers separate, and then they were like, okay, Misha's a base builder. She'll handle the base. The other one will attack. And then the last episode comes up, and they basically do a fucking fusion that we don't see at all.
Well, like, honestly, I thought the fusion was kind of interesting that it was one powerful person split into two.
Yeah.
For the whole, like, family thing. To me, I thought that was pretty interesting.
It was cool, but it was just like, why are we saying this now? Why can't you do this when you fought the heroes?
I don't think it was like as necessary, but as we also saw the demon elder, like I guess he has to be there to actually be like, all right, we're gonna actually fuse, or you are actually gonna come together and join powers as one, basically, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I feel like it had more something to do with him being part of it.
Yeah. I did enjoy it. I did like how they went back to their original outfits in their previous life.
Yeah, that was actually pretty cool to see.
I will not say that the last episode is my favorite episode because it's the one where Anos kills the teacher and turns her into a half-blood, and she's cursed for now. And I was like, yes.
Honestly, mine was the first one when they go to the stadium to
do the battle with the snap and the pour.
Yeah, to get into the school, and then the guy's like, well, I'm a pureblood, I'm almighty. And he's just like, no.
they pulled some Attack on Titan stuff on that with the, with like, I'm a pureblood, you're just a dirty halfling. Like, okay.
Yeah, they kind of did that throughout the whole anime, which was, in my opinion, a little annoying, but it was like, I don't know how many times he had to prove himself. And it's like, oh, you're still a half-blood.
He's a filthy half-blood.
So other than that, it was actually pretty good. I would actually say watch it if you haven't yet.
Yeah. I can't speak for you, but I watched it in dub.
Honestly, I watched it twice because I kind of wanted to see if there was any difference between the sub and the dub. Because sometimes there's like a couple scenes that are a little different.
Sometimes, yeah.
So I kind of watched it twice.
I just felt lazy.
Yeah. I probably will on a couple of the new ones.
Lazy reading words.
Well, I mean, we come down the same problem that we had with Funimation, like the fucking words.
Well, that was Funimation's problem.
Yeah.
Like, hold on, let me rewind.
So
What'd that say?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I guess you want to talk about the one that we started watching with the 5 sisters.
Ah, yes, the quintuplets. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, the second season's out.
Yes, boy. Did I not tell you this? I did not tell you about this.
I knew it was coming out. But
Did you even watch the first? No, you didn't even watch the first season.
No, I wanted to. It's on my list, but it's just like
I'm like 6 episodes in the first season. And it's just like, okay.
oh, it's nothing I need to watch.
You could honestly binge watch it in a day.
I could. It's just there's so much.
I know, trust me. We were looking at Funimation last night. Off topic. We wimere looking at Funimation's list.
We went through the entire list.
We went to Psychopath. I never knew they made a season 2 and a movie. And then we found one for Soul Eater called Soul Eater Not.
Yeah.
Which is apparently like a spin-off.
I had no idea. There was never been any word about it. So I had to add it in. I'm like, oh shit, now I gotta watch this shit now.
Because we saw Speed Racer, we watched like the first 2 minutes of the first episode. It was so bad. I'm not trying to be mean against 60 anime or cartoons because they were technically cartoons back then. They weren't listed as anime.
Well, I mean, now that's going to be a whole different debate there.
Well, that's a whole nother debate for another day. But, God, the mouthing on that was so much worse than other 60 animes and cartoons. It was so bad. Trying to watch that when you're 5 is like impossible.
Okay.
But it was bad.
I believe you. I did cut you all off on quintuplets.
Well, like, so the first season, basically the first episode's just kind of like them. Honestly, I could kind of feel you up to like 6. It's kind of like he's trying to teach him, but
I know that
it's like they're against him.
I know he marries one of them, but like no one.
That's like the whole plot behind the back of your head of which one he's gonna marry.
I hope it's the God's headphone girl. I don't remember her name. I know it starts with.
No, I'm pretty sure it's the first one he met, which is the most obvious choice.
Especially the way they act around each other.
Come on, you know this. Especially if you watch the first episode, it's gonna be the first one she met. And then how their relationship grows throughout the entire thing.
Yeah.
But to sum it up, it's just basically a tutor. Like he's good in his studies, and he's a tutor. He got hired for this job for the quintuplets because they're all dumb and they need to do better in grades, or else they get punished from their father. And so it just goes through all this adventure and shenanigans that he has to deal with them. And each of the girls start crushing on him and start falling on him because of how much time they spend with each other.
Yeah, you really start seeing this in episode 4 and 5. It's when you really actually start seeing it. And then the episode we watched yesterday, it's called 7 Goodbyes. That was just like a giant mess.
What are you talking about? That's a normal episode. That's exactly what it is. A normal episode, just shenanigans and more troublemakers.
Well, like we see sibling rivalry between 2 of them.
Again, normal.
Which is pretty normal between siblings.
And normal between them. Like they're always bickering at each other.
Yeah, then
Now this was mostly about Nino, the tsundere, because that's what she is.
yeah. This
about
one
her.
was mostly about her. Like she still hates.
Yeah, she never really liked air quote never really liked him from the very start. Like she always just finds him annoying. But she doesn't know that if you actually watch this first season, the main protagonist, like as a kid, he was actually kind of like a little troublemaker himself, and he had like blonde hair and like a piercing. He was that kind of character. And now compare him to present him is night and day. The Nino actually fell in love with that blonde part of him, but she doesn't know that current him is actually used to be the same kid. But she loves the idea or image of his blonde past self.
Yeah.
So she likes that version, but she doesn't like the current version. But she doesn't know they're the same guy. Like right now, she thinks that they're cousins. Right now, because that's how he had to go through like trying to make it up in the story, because he didn't want her finding out about it.
Okay.
Yeah, and then when he felt like he was a failure, like we kind of got like that small glimpse of the person that he met so many years ago, older, kind of still in the same white dress with a white hat.
Which I think it was an hallucination.
I think it was.
It was an hallucination because that's what he went jump into the water for, to
Yeah.
make sure it wasn't real. And then she wasn't around when he came out. So
Yeah. And then him and the one girl that what was her name?
boy, if you're writing all this down, you would think you would write it down, wouldn't you?
I couldn't find her name. And it was really bugging me. The older sister, the one that's
They're all the same. Quintuplets.
She's older by minutes, but
Okay, yeah, minutes.
if you've ever talked to twins, that's like a really big fucking deal. So
Yeah, okay, we're not gonna get into that discussion.
The one
it's
that-
gonna give me a headache.
the one that's trying to be the mom, or at least try to like,
Yes.
it's like him and her were starting to like come to the point of like maybe we should be like parents to the other four.
Yeah.
So that whole thing kind of happened.
Like he just threw it out there. He just threw it out there. It's like, hey, if you want to pretend to be a mother, then I'll be like the father.
It was
And then that just came out wrong already.
Wow.
Yeah. It was interesting.
Moving on.
We'll do back arrow.
Oh boy.
Honestly,
Make it sound like it was bad.
I mean, it was.
I'm not saying
it was a lot for a first episode.
It was.
Yeah.
It was a lot with zero explanation until the end.
Yeah, and this one was this episode was called
I mean, at the beginning there was explanation, but it felt like it went.
No more walls. Fuck.
A World Within a Wall. That was it.
And yeah, the idea that this stranger, Mr. Naked Man, who is calling himself Back Arrow, he keeps claiming that he's from beyond the wall, but nobody believes him because there's nothing beyond the wall.
I don't even think anyone's ever actually tried to walk or journey to the wall to actually see if there's anything beyond
Because
the
that's
wall.
all they've ever that's all they've ever believed in their life. Like there's nothing beyond the wall, so why bother? It's literally like in the beginning episodes of Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
When they literally thought they were the last of their humanity because that's what they were.
There's nothing but titans and death.
Yeah, exactly.
on that
It's
wall.
literally the same concept.
Yeah.
Like literally, like they were since their memories were brainwashed and they only knew they were the last of humanities and that's what they had the world. Like that's it.
Yeah.
So it's literally the same concept until all this shit starts happening on the outside, and then now everyone starts getting answers of what's really going on.
Yeah, but I feel like with this one in particular, it's going to just be everything in the wall until like the very last episode.
Probably.
That's what it's acting so far.
And then we get Mex again, but you gotta have an arm brace, basically.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Wait, what you said? They get a what?
They have like an arm brace.
Well, yeah, no. What you say before that?
Said Mex came back.
Oh yeah, Mac. Would they really be considered Max?
I don't really know with this one because it's not your typical.
They're not really. I don't think they'll be considered Max in particular.
Yeah, I'm kind of
because it's kind of like a part of them in a way.
Yeah.
Just modified into just this robotic kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they keep mentioning like what's their conviction? Like that's what defines their forms. Like what's your conviction? They kept mentioning that every time they fought.
I guess we'll have to watch more to actually know.
Yeah.
But that this episode was funny though.
It was funny, absolutely, but it was just a lot.
Yeah, for a first episode, it was a lot.
With zero explanation, like there's usually like a narrator, and I like my narrator. Like, give me the narrator.
Yeah, if he's fun to listen to. My God, some of them can be boring.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there wasn't really much on this one with it being the first episode other than it definitely started out strong.
Hey, armbands make you fucking robots fight each other to death. If God's demand robots, you go and get it.
Yeah, and it seems like if you lose, the armband breaks.
No.
No.
If you die in it, if you die in the they had a name for it.
If you the very first 4 mechs that you see, the dude fights them and he destroys their arm braces, but they die alongside it. The second special mech that we saw, he didn't die, just his brace died.
I think whatever back arrow is able to do, he's able to destroy the armband but not kill the person.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then what she the girl, she was able to just take it off just so that she can safely get out of the thing.
Well, like they did say you could take it off.
Yeah, it's not.
It's
permanent.
just you actually have to have, I guess, like the willpower or something towards it.
Some weird shit.
So,
I mean, at least it's not like Darling in the Friends where it's just like, all right, let's just have a girl just bend over in front of you and
she becomes the fucking console.
yeah, and she makes a weird noise when her leg controllers come up.
Do I even want to know?
You need to watch
Just
it.
watch it. Just watch the first episode and go from there.
Yeah.
That's all we could tell you.
Don't do what I did and watch like YouTube videos because it'll be confusing.
Oh, I don't trust YouTube with any anime.
Well, like I watched a bunch of those Crunchyroll clips
Oh,
that they do.
yeah, no.
And those were like
I only watch those if I've already seen the episodes because there's some scenes.
That are always iconic to go back to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like with Darling Frank, just watch it. Just watch the first episode, get the idea, and just go from there if you want to go from there.
Yeah, if you don't want to watch it, it's good, but like
it was definitely awkward. Yeah. I guess we could do the other new one.
Bo Furry. Oh, that one, yeah.
The Shield one.
Yeah. I was like, dang, what the hell is that?
Yeah, this one's called Defense and Friends.
Yeah. Even though I didn't watch the first episode with you guys, and I only watched the second episode, I'm invested. Even though it's a Sword Online ripoff in my eyes.
It basically it's the creators of Sword Art Online.
Yeah, and you can tell. Fucking
Well,
New
hell-
World Online. The chick in blue literally has Xenon's outfit.
Well, yes, but this also came back to video games where Destiny first got announced. We were basically saying Halo
Yeah.
because it's Bungie, and there was a lot of Halo deals towards that. So
But it's so funny though. The show is so like I cannot be the only one laughing like a maniac.
no, it was definitely funny because it's like she's literally playing all of her skill points in defense, and it's just like, what are you doing?
I can't run. I got a slow walk. Let me finish edge walk and I'll be there.
No, that whole entire event with the battle royale, that shit was funny as hell. because they didn't know what the fuck to do. They couldn't even get close to her to do shit.
I'm not gonna lie, I was like immediately like no. Whenever I heard Battle Royale, I was like, oh fuck. When I heard that, and
the sad thing was that this was the first Battle Royale so far for this.
Yeah, which I understand because they did say it's like a first ever event, but like whenever I heard Battle Royale, I was like, ah, fuck, here we go.
Yeah, it is kind of getting annoying nowadays because practically almost every game's doing Battle Royale right now.
Yeah, but like whenever I did watch it, I was like, oh, okay, this is good. I'm invested. And like,
yeah, it was kind of funny. She was just like, all right, I'm going to sit here, camp, and draw.
Yeah.
It's just like...
She's still an airhead. She still has no clue.
Everybody's like that in their first game.
Yeah.
And then her friend finally joining with her, Sally.
Yeah, the one that somehow got seen on his outfit.
Yes.
You're not going to leave that
but
one.
She was able to defeat the boss all by herself in the water. So she gotta have some kind of credit.
I mean, I'm giving her credit.
But see, that was the funny thing. It's like Maple was all about defense, and like this episode, it was kind of like she was all about like swimming and diving.
I mean, not just that. She's a swashbuckler, and what she explained that a swashbuckler is someone who's like constantly evading and waiting for your moment to strike.
Yeah. So.
And that's all she did. And it just so happened that because of that cave that she found on there, she just decided to like increase her swimming skills, and now it's over, I'm pretty sure it's already to the max. Those skills.
And then we got to see Maple's new move called Devour.
when she ate all those ladybug bombs.
Start with the ass first, apparently.
Yes, of course.
When in doubt, eat the booty.
She gave it to the shield, and apparently, I still don't quite understand. Like it's just that it has to be on proximity, and the shield will freaking just devour you, just suck you up. And then what I also didn't understand is that every time it did that, it gained like those jewels.
Yeah.
At the first place, but like it should have represented something, but I don't think it really did anything. Unless there was something I missed, I don't know. But
I didn't really see anything.
It's probably a second.
That was like extra or something.
Yeah, as far as something extra, I don't know.
Yeah.
And her combination with the
with the poison and
the paralyzation and the poison, I'm like, oh my god, what a mean combination! I love it.
That's a little OP.
She is OP, man. Everyone's already freaking out at how already she can do all this shit in her first event. First
ever event. It's bad.
It's funny as hell.
But we're gonna keep watching.
It's good.
It's a good, even though like in my mind I'm like, all right, let's see what you got.
Let me get. Are you gonna watch every episode? It's like, all right, what did they rip off from SAO?
I don't fucking have time for that. I barely have time to catch up today.
Well, like we already see one. We probably could go and analyze each individual person because, like you pointed out,
there is a Klein lookalike in there.
Yeah. The only difference is that this looks more like a Shogun outfit with the Shogun mask instead of it just being a straight samurai outfit. Mm-hmm. It's really the only difference between the two. It almost looks like the same character. Next one would be Digimon, the New Darkness.
That's all you guys. I didn't have time to watch that.
Did you catch up to the last episode?
No.
So you have no idea about War Greymon then?
3 episodes behind.
Okay.
So the last episode, War Greymon basically finally made an appearance. Like he actually was like here.
I mean, it's like right there. Like it's literally, if you would need a preference, that's exactly. Well, besides the back, that's exactly what he looks like.
I get what you mean.
Dude, he's fucking tall. Like he is big.
They upped his scale pretty big. But he's one of the most like well known fucking Digimon in the entire history. Like he's basically like the Red Ranger of Power Rangers. You know, basically.
Yeah.
Basically.
But like Yeah, they showed him with this one. It was like, what was the small one?
Well, you know better than me, so I don't know if I should be telling you.
Millenniumon or something like that.
Millenniumon.
She gets her memories back by seeing War Greymon.
No. Well, she's Lobmon.
Or Lopmon.
The whole point of the episode was introducing this new threat called Millenniumon, and because of plot convenience, because as soon as War Greymon appeared and his shining bright light, because of plot convenience, Lopmon regained her memories as being from being the general of the of the ancient war, of being like the general.
Yeah.
And she just happened to regain all her memories and just able to help them out with all this shit because of plot convenience. Which I hate that so fucking
and
much.
then
Damn it.
I really do, because it's just like, of course you do. Just because he showed up.
yeah, just because of out of coincidence, because War Greymon shows up, you get your memories back, just like that.
So it's like saying if War Greymon never showed up, then she would not ever regain her memories.
Basically.
Exactly, because she never talked. She just kept
Well,
staring.
like, when you see these episodes, she's literally just standing there half the time watching Metal Greymon fight. And then there's like certain points where you go back to her and she's like still watching with her mouth open. That's all she's doing. No words, no nothing. And it's like really bad.
Oni-san win.
But like we get to see the new darkness in this. We did get information that even though this pissed me and Ghost off, the Digi evolution for War Greymon and the higher ones are not supposed to be something that you could just go into. It has to be like an absolute last or resort kind of thing, because it just drains so much energy.
And they're already going
then, like,
down.
Immediately, they go right back into War Greymon.
Like even though it just have it, it's like if I'm gonna put it Ultra Instinct as example. You know, when first time it showed up, you know, that's fucking amazing. Everyone's freaking out. Oh my god. But like there's like a cool off, a time period because of after losing so badly for Jiren, right? There's like a cool off, a time period, and then it comes back again as Kefla, and that's exciting. That's not what they're doing. They show up for Greymon, and like, you know, everyone's excited because we're Greymon, whatever. But they're already going down this road that, no, I don't want you showing off War Greymon every goddamn episode.
And what's funny
because it loses its meaning. It doesn't make it special anymore if you're just gonna keep showing off every episode.
And what's funny about it is that he only digivolves into War Greymon because we get to see a new Digimon called Gokumon.
Yeah.
That's literally his name.
Oh, son of a bitch.
As soon as I showed him, I'm like, oh my god, Goku, run, get the fuck out.
We fucked.
Like, you remember the Ghost Digimon, right?
Yeah.
So they finally get an evolution. So the first one, they turned into a Reaper, which was like, what, Reapermon or something like that?
No, it wasn't Reapermon. It was like Deathomon, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. The design was actually really cool for that one. I'm actually not going to complain about that one. And then their Mega Evolution, like War Greymon, is Gokumon.
So yeah, it seems like they're going to show War Greymon and the other, like, they're called Mega Evolutions. That right there. It seems like they will always show them up if the enemy has also gotten Mega. So if that's what they're going to do with every fucking episode,
then it's going to get a little disappointing.
It's going to... Yeah, it's not that it's going to be disappointing. It's just that it's going to get, like, annoying and it's going to get boring real quick if you're going to show him up every single episode. Because it loses its specialness. Like, it's not special anymore.
Right.
It's going to be like a clutch of a transformation.
Yeah.
Oh, okay then.
But it was funny when we saw the name for this Digimon, Gokumon.
Look, we fucked. Waiting for a 3-hour fight.
And the sad thing was the fight didn't even last that long. That was the more sad part.
That's depressing.
And last for finally, Attack on Titans.
I should point out on this. During when I was gone, Twitter blew up about Attack on Titan.
Yeah, Twitter blew up. And this one was called a Declaration of War, too.
Everybody thought it was like we're officially at war with something, and nobody knew it was about Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
And to go back to the very last episode that we were all on here and we were talking about Attack on Titans, you're fucking wrong about Aaron.
Yeah, I know that now.
Just had to point that out.
You agreed with me, too.
Well, because it didn't look like him. But you were wrong.
I was wrong. I will admit that, but you did agree with me.
We all did.
Yeah.
Because it didn't look like Aaron. But I had to point that out.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that when I started listening to him more, and when he got to the point of his grandfather.
Yeah.
Then I was like, oh shit, really? That really is Aaron. I'm an idiot.
Yeah. But this episode was actually kind of cool because we actually get 100 years of history in this one.
Quick little recap on history, yeah.
Because it went to everything. And the only reason why we actually know that the only one area with the Titans was because, the king was like, I'm going to save everybody. And basically, controlled everything onto an island.
Yeah.
With the walls.
I will say it was great seeing Armin again.
Yeah.
I don't think that's Armin.
Are you kidding me?
I don't think that's Armin.
His fucking golden hair, his blue luscious eyes.
His voice sounds way too different to be Armin.
But it's 4 years.
I don't. Aaron basically still sounds the same.
Aaron sounds like a whiny bitch.
It doesn't matter. I don't think it's Armin.
Instead of a crying bitch, he's a whiny bitch.
I don't think it's Armin. It cannot be him.
All right,
I deny it.
All right, you know what? Since war has started now,
yeah, declare war.
If the fucking mutton chop dude is really Armin, you're going.
Just because he's blonde doesn't automatically make him Armin.
I admit, Aaron Yeager, I was wrong. You're going to have to do that next week whenever that proves that's Armin.
That's not Armin. I don't know.
We'll see.
So what did you think of the talk between Aaron
and Reiner?
Yeah.
What was there to talk about?
Well, just that whole thing, because when he realized it was Aaron, it was just like
he was having a mental breakdown.
I think Aaron finally got what he always wanted, an apology for his mom.
Yeah.
Did he really say sorry, though?
Yeah, he did. He said, sorry, I'm the reason your mom got eaten by a Titan.
It didn't really feel like it.
He
was just having such a mental PTSD breakdown.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad.
I don't feel sorry
for him. And now the child, I know it starts
Falco.
with an F. Falco, yeah, his eyes been open. He's been talking to a devil this entire time. He basically befriended
and
the devil.
helped him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because when they were where has everything been going? And he's like, I'm pretty sure they've been going to my comrades. It's they should have already gotten the news by now, kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And then the ending. Oh my God.
Fucking threw the dude in the air.
Well, he completely smashed him and then threw him up in the air.
Yeah. It was a good episode. It was funny how Twitter reacted.
I didn't see how they reacted because I don't have a Twitter.
I barely saw it. I didn't see it essentially right there, but I saw glimpses of it, and then I saw the aftermath video of it of people freaking out oh shit, this is about an anime.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, did somebody actually say, oh, this is an anime? Oh shit.
Well, people reacting oh, this is an anime, it's not about real life, about all the shit that's going on because with the whole fucking Capitol thing that happened.
Oh my God, yeah, okay.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with any of that.
Yeah. But it was just funny to hear about it.
I have no doubt, because if I would have saw that on Facebook, I would have died laughing.
Oh yeah.
Why is Twitter so weird?
Because it's Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter's always so weird. I don't get Twitter sometimes.
It's just Twitter.
Yeah.
That's all we can put it as.
It's not there to make sense.
But yeah, that was helpful. Just a little history recap and Aaron finally making the first move.
He basically he declared war with Armin making the first move against the Cargo and Jaw Titan.
Yeah.
Peak and Marco? No, not Marco. Marco was his brother. No, Marcel was his brother. Shit, that one who's his brother?
Pico.
Who?
Pico.
Oh yeah, Pico. But then there's Peak, right? Yeah. Peak is the girl. Car Titan. It's Peak, and then I know Marcel was his brother, but I keep forgetting who's the Jar Titan's name.
The Jaw Titan's Pico.
Is it really Pico?
Yeah. Pico was the bully who wanted to be the armored Titan. But
Yeah. Okay. Then okay. Yeah. All right.
Then it was kind of cool to see Anna's father, like
Annie,
being
Mr. Lionheart. Yes.
Yeah. It was good. Didn't know he's a fucking cripple.
I didn't know he was still alive.
Yeah,
I mean,
she's never talked about anything. So
she talked about him, but I mean, like, and then they showed like a flashback of him, like worried about Annie.
Yeah,
and yes, that. But she never really like talked to him. Like, is he even alive or not?
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, if that was the last enemy, yeah. I mean, sure.
Really, the only thing I have to add, I think I'm ready to see a Gundam movie.
Where's this coming from?
Yeah.
Because Japan actually showed like movement of
their Gundam statue?
Their Gundam.
Yeah, that statue's been moving for like months.
Well,
there was a time I took a kneel and I think it did something else. I forgot what.
It flipped them up. Flipped them off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But like there was like seeing that video, it's kind of like, all right, now I want my Gundam movie. Like,
and you got a while for that.
Yeah. Oh no, I can't wait for April though.
April.
It's when Mortal Kombat's coming out.
Oh.
I can't wait.
I don't know.
Well, that's really about it.
Yeah, there's nothing new gaming wise.
No, there's not really anything new. I don't feel like there's anything gonna be new for a while.
So far, I like Squadrons, the story.
Oh yeah, he did start that.
Yeah.
Controls are a bitch. Oh my god.
Well, it's definitely more annoying because you're just in cockpit view, and
I can already tolerate the cockpit view, but like it's just really the controls and what you really have to manage with the systems. This is really a game that was really more towards like if you have like a flight stick controls. Or
yeah, I thought about buying one.
Or if you're like in VR, that would definitely make it a better experience. But just the handheld control, I'm like. It's not that confusing to me, but like I'm like there's like so many things you have to worry about at the same time, and I'm just like, fuck me.
It definitely makes you think, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's really about it.
Yeah. Then some president of Cyberpunk made an apology video.
Oh yeah, Cyberpunk. Nobody's gonna give a shit about that.
Yeah.
All people are just gonna see is that they're making excuses. Blah blah blah.
We shouldn't have delayed the game again.
That's going to be everyone's.
But see, that's the issue. That comes back to the company letting the customers bully them out to the point to where the game got released.
But
really.
That's just going to peer pressure at that point because they knew they knew the state of the game and what it was, and they could have just easily said, "No, fuck you guys, we're going to delay it." But no, they didn't do that.
I would have been happy for this game to be like a summer game for y'all to fix the issues. Because then it's like I could have had more time.
I would not have cared if you have to delay it like 2 more years because if it would have been a perfect game, I would have waited like 2 years. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
I would rather have something like a perfect game than what should have been than what it is right now.
Yeah, this.
And I don't know why you're looking at me like that because you know I'm right.
2 fucking years. I already waited 9 for this game.
Boy, you didn't even know it fucking existed until like they started announcing it. like a year ago.
What, Cyberpunk?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
So you're actually telling me you've kept track of Cyberpunk for all 8 years?
Not all 8 years. I saw the first trailer where like the fucking girl with the
the blade.
Mantis blades?
Yes.
Mantis blades? Oh
yes,
my
the
God.
mantis blades with her getting shot at
Yeah, that was like a what? When was that? Like a teaser?
8 years ago.
Okay, and so you're telling me you actually kept track of the game and news
Well, they
like
were
for
quiet
8.
as a motherfucker.
Well, of course. So why would it be any different if you had to wait 2 more years?
Patience.
Because 9 years is already too long.
Yeah.
No, fuck it. I would rather get a. I don't want games to come out like this because you're just gonna show examples
This
to other companies that this is okay. You know, people don't give a shit.
But see, this is the issue. This has been the issue since Xbox One came out and the PS4. This has been a constant issue. Now with Halo,
No, this has been a constant issue since fucking microtransactions started becoming a thing. Just because it's easy money and they can get away with all this.
well, okay,
crap.
but we're not talking about microtransaction. We're talking about the game
Yes, but
being
I'm
played
saying that
flawlessly with no issues.
there's the microtransaction. Of course, micro has a huge involvement with like the progression of what gaming development has come to.
If I had to wait for the game to be in double-digit years, no.
Not double digit years, but like one more year. If it even
That's
if
still double digits.
it would have been 9 years if it was one more year.
Maybe.
Oh my god!
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So one more year would have killed us.
Yeah, what if we needed it?
No, we did not need it. Nobody asked for it to be in the state.
I'm tired of games being buggy as soon as they're launched.
I'm not saying the bugs are a good thing. No. I'm just saying, like, I'm tired of waiting for the game. We already have
So
many
you're saying
delays.
you're okay if games always came out like this in the state that it
I'm
is.
not saying if it's okay to come out, but, like, they've had all these years to make it.
And if they needed more time, which they knew the state of the game.
All I saw with this company is, like, all you gotta do is go on the credits and say, don't hire this guy, don't hire this person, fucking don't hire this person. And while we got games like Call of Duty, like, hold my fucking beer, 10 minutes, Cyberpunk's done. We made it. We fixed that problem. Oh yeah, Johnny's walking through a wall. Come here. Fix it. That's the honest to God truth.
You see, you make it sound easy, but how
I'm not trying to make it sound easy. But like,
But no, he's speaking the truth.
Like, fix it now.
Yeah,
Developer,
I know.
Tester.
The point is, I don't want more companies and games to like start doing this mistake.
It basically comes down for like everybody complaining the same thing for what I saw a meme a while back. None of y'all played a fucking Bethesda game. If you're complaining about Cyberpunk.
What games
play
did they come
Fallout.
out with?
Bethesda? Fallout 4, 76?
I play Fallout 4.
I didn't play Fallout after 3. I really got bored with Fallout after 3.
Yeah, so you didn't deal with the bugginess.
But what all I'm saying though is that ever since the last gen consoles came out, which is the 1 and the 4, every game has came out with buggy issues.
Because of Fortnite.
Like when we were playing the 360, we never really had that issue. Like there were
still some.
There were some.
There were still
there were some, but it wasn't like major like this. Like since this last gen,
Yeah.
or the current gen as we're still in, because not everyone has the next console yet. It's still an issue that it's more major than what we were dealing with beforehand.
Yes, because everyone is making everything more high budget, more expensive, more expanded, and more shit to it.
Well, then that's fine. But it's like if a game's not done, don't release it. And if you're getting death threats and everything, let them make it. Hold the game until it's done. That's why I'm happy 343 hold it another year on Halo.
Yeah, but what 343 did is they hired one of the guys that did Halo Reach and basically anything Bungie did, and he basically confirmed, oh yeah, all that stuff that 343 did, we trashed it. They redoing the story within like 6 months.
Yeah, I might have a little worries with that.
So yeah, not even Halo is safe. So if it was really that bad from the beginning, not even Halo is freaking
We're
safe.
basically confirmed that Halo has redone its development, and its development restarted in December, and then we have till November. So we have 11 months of a redo game that was in 5 years of making that's just now in the trash.
Well, that sounds like 343's problem.
Yeah.
Us as consumers, we're getting it for free because we have Play Xbox. So,
yeah, Xbox Game Pass.
Xbox is superior.
I didn't say that.
No, you just looked at me.
I mean, it's true. If I'm on PC and I still have Game Pass, and if you don't have Game Pass, you're a fucking fool.
Especially if you play Xbox.
Yeah.
So, but at that note, we're going to leave it there because that's just a whole nother debate that we're not going to get into. So
that's if we really don't have any fucking anime to talk about.
So, as always, I'm Lionel.
Wheelie's Death.
Ghostblade.
Stay nerdy, and we'll see you next week.